What's up, KickHouse Nation? This is Coach Gwen here, and I'm here to talk to you challengers about how to meet your macros throughout your 8-week challenge. The first thing I want to talk about is how we meet our macros. The best way to meet your macros is by always programming in protein first, then programming your fats in, then whatever is left is your carbohydrates. So programming in protein first, fats second, and carbohydrates third. That will ensure that you will always meet your protein goal. You will not exceed your fat, and you will not exceed your carbohydrates. So always programming in the protein first. Another tip is that I always program in my macros for the entire day the night before. So I am ready for bed, I'm programming it all in. I make sure that that is how I close my night out, just feeling good about what my plan is for success the next day. I know things happen, things come up, but just know you already have a plan that you can stick to that ensures that by the end of the afternoon or evening, you are not sitting at home stuck with a bunch of macros that you still have to eat because you did your due diligence beforehand and planned accordingly. Things that I like to eat for protein, super simple. Especially knowing that some of you are trying to meet a protein goal that's higher than something you've used in the past. Meeting that protein, I love to eat chicken breast, turkey breast. I do egg whites. I do protein shakes. So those are my tops. You can also do white fish, like tilapia is a really good choice, lower fat than other fish. So making sure that you do pick protein sources that are high in protein, low in fat. That way you can ensure you're not going to go over your fat goal. The other thing about protein, when you make a shake, try to just utilize the shake and either water or a liquid. You can use almond milk, you can use oat milk, you can use a regular milk, you can use dairy-free, lactose-free milk. I like Carb Master milk because it has 11 grams of protein and only 4 carbohydrates for an entire 8 ounces and no fat. Fairlife also has a fat-free milk with 13 grams of protein and 6 carbohydrates and no fat. So those are my top 2 choices if I'm making a shake. Why don't I put other things in it like fruit or vegetables? Number 1, I like to eat my food, but number 2, remember that in your total daily calorie burn, 10% of your daily calorie burn is responsible for the thermogenesis from digesting food. If you put a bunch of fruit and things in your blender, half of the work has already been done by the time you put it in your body. So you want to improve your calorie burn throughout the day, eat food, not liquids. All right, so get your nutrition from real foods. That's something that your body needs to digest. The other thing is that a high protein diet, protein is the hardest thing for your body to break down. It takes the longest, it takes the most amount of calories for your body to break down protein than it does a carbohydrate and a fat. So you can also utilize all of that protein for muscle synthesis, for recovery. There's a lot of great reasons why we are doing high protein. One of the other ones is because if you're trying to lose body fat, your body wants to burn or catabolize muscle tissue first. The reason why is because you're active, you're working out, you're killing it on the bags, you're going in, you may be lifting, you may be doing a bunch of other things to complement this 8-week challenge. Just know that your body will take the easiest form to break down, and that's your muscle. So we want to ensure that while we're losing weight and we're in a caloric deficit, which is what we're doing, we ensure that the protein is high so that we preserve lean mass while losing body fat. So let's keep that protein high. Don't miss your protein goal. Always hit it. That's your priority. Protein is also the only macronutrient that isn't going to be stored as body fat. Extra carbs get stored as body fat, extra fat gets stored as body fat, but most of the time you're not going to eat enough protein to where that will be stored and not utilized. So just know you're always safer to go over in protein than you are on any other macronutrient. For protein choices, I would always go with the protein powder, lean meat, and or white fish. So those are my options for protein. Egg whites are another one. Look for the sodium level on your meats because they are typically, if they're pre-cooked, they're high sodium. So watch what you're looking at when you're reading your food labels, because that increased sodium also is responsible for water retention in your body, and also a whole bunch of other things. So watch the sodium level. That's another part of what you're looking at throughout this challenge, is trying to keep your sodium level lower. Surgeon General wants you to look at around 2,300 milligrams. For me, I want to stay around 1,600 milligrams so that I'm not carrying around a lot of extra bloating. So just know, high protein, program that in first, then program in your fats, then program your carbohydrates. That's what's left over. And I hope you guys got something out of this, and we'll talk to you soon.